When I started my media A level, I had some previous experience using cameras and writing my own screenplays with friends, but I never fully created or finished a film project. Working towards my final opening's title sequence allowed me to understand, gain, and improve my ability in filmmaking. In the camera workshops, I had the opportunity to work with and handle more professional pieces of equipment, with the school providing us with Blackmagic cameras that could shoot in 4K. In workshop 1, we were given the opportunity to familiarise ourselves with the equipment for the first time. This included the tripod, microphones, and of course the camera itself. We were allowed to set up the camera by ourselves, getting a better understanding of where each part slots in, so when in production we wouldn't struggle with the equipment. In workshop 2, we learned how to communicate with one another, using certain filmmaking terms, as well as getting to know what each setting is relevant to. For example, balance, ISO, and to choreograph a shot using techniques such as the 180-degree rule, to make sure the visuals in the sequence looked a lot better. In the final practice workshop, we used all that we previously learned to make a short clip with a storyline. The point of this was to show how to use different types of shot when the character is moving or doing a motion, like using a mid then to cut to a close-up and then finishing with an over-the-shoulder. So while making the action look more fluid, it also becomes more interesting for the audience. The workshop helped us understand how to work as a group to achieve a final finished piece, setting us up for when we would be using all of these skills in more detail once we began the filmmaking process for our own title sequence. As said before, I had small amounts of experience in editing with previous projects before, but I was only using software such as iMovie, and briefly Final Cut before joining Harvard. So when in the workshops, I really enjoyed learning new techniques and terminology, for example, what certain parts of footage meant, and what they were called at different points in the editing process. In the first editing workshop, we learned how to use Premiere Pro and its basic tools just to get us started. Much like the first practical workshop, this included understanding of terms like rushes and dailies. We also used the software in these sessions to look at the timeline and how to sort out JPEGs and MP3s, which was going to be necessary in the development of our final video, as well as some in and out points. In the second workshop, we put together some footage that we shot as a group in the camera workshops and then applied what we had learnt in the editing workshops. This is the first time that we came together as a group and made a final piece. So not only was it a good way of getting a better grasp of how to edit, it also allowed us to sit together, discuss ideas and what we could add to what we were making, setting us up for when we would be doing this ourselves later in the year.
In conclusion, I learned how to use a new piece of software with more detail and tools and terminology than I had previously explored, allowing me to edit to a professional standard, how to correctly and efficiently choreograph scenes, and how to plan a shot list, and the order that they would have to be in to have a consistent level of continuity, something that I had not previously recognised in my work. Overall, after the lessons in the workshop, I feel like I'm more comfortable in the ability to write, film, and produce future projects.